here waiting for me. And I was like, it's still 12 o'clock. That's awesome. Thank you everyone for joining me. That makes me very happy on this Thursday. I have a very momentous occasion while we wait for some friends and the replay and all of that to come up. I have the house to myself. This rarely happens. My darling husband David works from home, as do I, except for one day a week, and he's in Sydney for meetings. So I'm by myself. My gardeners are out the front doing some weeding and planting and stuff like that because we had a plant die. So they're digging up the old plant, I assume, because it's really, really dead. And they are putting down some sugarcane mulch and, yeah, making it all pretty and ready to go for autumn, because can you believe we are on the second day of autumn here in Australia? For those who are not in Australia, we do not do the moon sun seasons. We do it 3 months. 3 months for summer, 3 months for winter, and starts on the 1st of that month. So it is autumn here now. The weather does not say so. It's still quite warm, but that is where we're at. So thank you everyone for joining. Got lots of you. Hello, Lisa, Corinne, Bev, Jody, Margaret, Shaz. It's amazing. I know a lot of you could come over from Ruth's Live, which is lovely. Very, very nice. I am delighted with my solitude. I'm yet to vacuum up because Louisa isn't even here. Louisa's gone with David, obviously being his guide dog. Yeah. I was going to say, I've got to vacuum up a Louisa before she gets home because she's currently shedding. Her winter coat is poking through. So she's half summer coat, half winter coat. And it's funny, her back end is all winter coat and her front end is all fluffy summer coat. And she's shedding so badly. So I'm going to vacuum up a whole Louisa in hair before she gets home, because I know David gave her a really, really good brush yesterday. So I'll make everything nice, clean, and it won't be dog hair free because she's forever dropping anyway, but she's having a huge shed at the moment. Okay, now that I've rabbited on for nearly 3 minutes, hello, my name is Ellen Woodbridge. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Australia on the sunny Central Coast, but I can sell products and help in that way to anyone in Australia, and I know I have so many of you from around the world who join me here, and I hope I help and inspire you. And I also do have, yes, oh, exactly, Margaret. And I do have a tutorial at the moment that is available worldwide. Is it still cold in South Australia, Lisa? Oh my God. I think I just had, hello, Miss Margine. Hello, Donna. How are you? You're only one Donna today. I haven't got 2 Donnas on today. Freezing. My God. It's like on short sleeves. I've been out. I couldn't order my normal breakfast yogurt on my online shop this week, so I actually had to go to the grocery store. I was in, got that, got milk, and I was out again. But yeah, I understand why I couldn't order my yogurt online, because I have very little stock on the shelf. Ah, yes. So you do have your heater, you've got your electric blanket on. It's cold if Lisa's got her electric blanket on, but she's right down south of Australia and I'm about halfway up. So there is a fair distance in between us, and she's a lot closer to Antarctica than I am. Okay, 4 minutes 34. Let's tell you what we're playing with today. We are continuing our adventure with conversation bubbles. If you caught me live on Facebook on Tuesday, or you saw the replay here on YouTube, you can see I paired the conversation bubbles with the adventure, something adventure journey, the enjoy the adventure memories Memories and More cards. So we had a great play with that on Tuesday. I had so much fun using those. We made 5 cards in an hour. 5. It was so good. And then I had a date with Frankie, who fell asleep almost on the way to the park, has swing at the park, and fell asleep in the pram on the way home. It was very nice to go for a walk with him and his mum, of course, but he's homesick. So he really wasn't feeling his 100% self. So conversation bubble stamp set. And what I thought we could do is pair them with the matching dies. So as you can see, some of these dies have some fantastic texture in them. So I really, really liked that. I have also grabbed out an couple of embossing folders, and I've got brand new embossing folders. So I've grabbed stuff out, but I've not committed to using anything. So this is the painted texture one, and Ruth on her earlier live video stole my idea of using splatters. And the 3 brand new ones, my girls in class were very neat and tidy when I was showing them things, and they put them back in my paper pouch, which was good. I was bringing them in one pouch rather than having 3 different bits. So these are the pack of 3 embossing folders. So we have the polka dots, we have like a crosshatch, which is like the texture of textured cardstock but more, and we have this nice geometric. So it's a set of 3 3D embossing folders, and they are available in our online exclusive. So they are available on my shop, which I do have linked below in the description, and I have linked in the live chat, and I've pinned it there for you, so you can go in and have a look at all those exclusives. I know I haven't used any yet, Bev, which is why I think I need to use one today. Okay, because the conversation bubbles is about having a conversation, I thought we needed some critters, and I have gone through my designer series paper and grabbed out the Happy Forest Friends that I thought, well, it's got the owl, it's got the bear, I think it's got fox in there as well. I also grabbed out the Like an Animal, the animal print paper. Not that there are any critters in there, but I thought the animal print paper might work. I grabbed out the Rain and Shine paper. This is going to be this month's online class. Is using the Rain and Shine, but I grabbed it out because we do have some critters in there. Hello, Miss Candy. And I've got a left of centre one. I've got the Ready to Ride, and I went through and I found some papers that might work, because we actually do have a dude here on his bike. Not that I really know anyone who rides a bike, but it's a good dude card. So if you want me to do a dude card, tell me, and we can cut apart this cut apart sheet and do something, because I want to make more than one card today. And the other idea I had, which was from one of the Memories and More cards, is taking just these outlines and stamping them as a pattern on a card front. Whether I do that with the conversation bubble stamps or whether I do it with the 5 frame dies. So tell me you love the rain. You will like this month's class then. That's my, it's my mission on the weekend, is to get it done. I think I already have one card because Facebook didn't like me in January, and it ate one of my videos, and it was a fun fold card, and everyone loved the fun fold card. So I was thinking of having that fun fold card in the class, whether we make it or it's a bonus video. I really need to refilm that because it was such a fun card, and it was for David, so it was covered in texture. So yes. Okay, So do we want to do a masculine card? And that's my first question. So did we want to do a masculine card with the Ready to Ride? Because it's not very me, but I really want to make it work because I like being challenged. So let's flip around because I have rabbited on quite enough. Because what? I don't have to get off this video for anyone today. Yes, okay. So we shall start with this masculine card, which of course is going to, whoops. Okay, just bear with me a sec. Sorry, I've got my replacement part hasn't arrived yet. And I just spun around the bit that's not meant to spin around. Okay, right. Oh no, it says my orientation is locked. Oh, but you can see me. Well, that's fine. Hello, Rose. How are you? Okay. Let me see how that looks, and I will grab the lights. I don't know what we're going to have the man actually saying, but we'll work that out in a sec. Hey, okay, so Ready to Ride, a purple. Well, I could colour it in, but I kind of like the fact that it's like that. And I kind of like, see, these were the two papers on my flick through of the Ready to Ride. So one side of these papers is like black on black glaze, and I kind of like this seam paper as well. And on the back of that you've got spanners, and then this roses, which is totally not well, I suppose it can be motorcycle related. So we've got the tire tracks, we've got the checker, the metal plate, we've got all the things that you wear and you need for your motorcycle, and we've got the motorcycle. So I don't have the designer series paper. I mean, I don't have the stamp set and the dies, I just have the designer series paper. So these are kind of the two that jumped out at me. So I'm going to cut this cut apart and we're going to see where we fall. Ooh. Okay, what happened here? Okay, I'm behind on my live. Right, go to live. Sorry, for some reason I went a little weird for a sec. Hello, Brenton, how are you? Hey, Rose, if I didn't say hello, I think I did. This time live. I was going to say, Rose, I feel like you've been live before, but apparently not. Welcome, welcome for your first time on this live. So I'm going to cut these up, and then they will eventually, as in when I clean up, they will go in one of our medium clear envelopes, and it's just slither off. Slither. No, it's definitely not full. Just a slither. Let's see if we can cut this slither off. So I definitely will need, I cut a bit more than a slither, a little bit. What is going on with this replay today? I would love to know. I'm on my good internet. Okay, is anyone else having troubles with the replay, or is it just me and my internet today? Please tell me, I'd love to know. Another slither at the top. Like that checker base as well. So you've got a couple of tags in here that we can use. It's playing fine. Okay, so it must be a me thing, and that's fine. I'm now playing fine as well. You're fine? Okay, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Right. Okay. So the one I want to actually use, so I love that we've got a couple of tags. So I love this one, and you could colour this whatever you would like. And I love the addition of the addition of the orange. Don't even know what orange that is. Might have to grab. Okay, turning this the other way, so it's just not quite sitting straight. Right, that is that done. Now, did I want to use kind of like this one? And I'm loving the vanilla base. It's not very often I use like vanilla. Though I feel he's so big that some of these might not work. I'm kind of loving this one as well. So it's just a map. So it's nice to be able to have them cut, and then you can kind of choose and play. This may even kind of work on a slimline. Now, I didn't mind this one either because it was a different orientation to the guy on the motorcycle. And then that way the guy on the motorcycle can be saying something in the speech bubble, because we've also got to remember with, I've just got to take that down a slither. I wonder if that's... Not quite. Not quite. I wonder if I've got it. I think I did. That's fine. Okay, they're the three I want to play with. Yes, it would. It would, it would. It would. That would work really, really well. Kind of just want to grab a card base down. Not that I'm going to commit to us actually using a very vanilla card base. I may actually go basic black, or what colour is this colour? It's pumpkin pie. So I've got basic black, basic grey, pumpkin pie, soft suede, and very vanilla. But I just want to play with just our orientation on this card. Of course, I can always do a bigger card, but yeah, just going to see with our standard card kind of where we're sitting. So yeah, see, if I use this way too big, that fits actually really, really nicely on the card. And do you know what? These wouldn't go with it at all, but you're onto something with that vellum, Corinne. I could just pop the vellum on the back, grab a... What do you think? I think you'd be saying hi or hello. What do you think our motorcycle man would be saying while I grab out that vellum? Just going to put all this other paper, or I could put this in the background or the vellum paper. But I've got heaps of other cards, masculine cards, that I can make with those bits, and they don't necessarily have to be that related. It would make the card pie. It would actually. Really, really would. Okay, let me... Moving things. I've got to move you girls on the computer. So, sorry if I bump you at all. Just don't send me the bill with your headaches if I bump you. Okay, that's the vellum. Do you know what we could do? Hello, Bev. How are you? We can do some experimenting. So I really don't think we're using this one, but I still want to know what he's saying. So you guys choose the sentiment while I go and get some card bases that we think might work. So I've got pumpkin pie, and I've got basic black. Because I don't think vanilla is going to work. I think it's, as Jodie said, we want something to go boop. Okay. So we could use on these darker colours, whoops, I grabbed out like a bazillion sheets of paper there. We could use the white or the black matte print. Oh, I am creating avalanches. So I do have a scrap of matte print in here. It's a piece that already has some blue on it, but I can at least see what it looks like. So that's the white, and this is the vellum layering paper. I do have plenty of it, so it's not something I'm hoarding. See, and if we went on just the black, we would absolutely be using, see, the white and the vanilla. Will it work? We shall see. So I'm not one to mix colours. I think I'd want the black on that. Okay, Jodie wins. Not that it was a competition, but she definitely wins for choice of the pumpkin pie because it looks amazing. I'm sorry, overruling you. Hello, Delinda. Hello, Margaret. Wow for a birthday, or hello. Thank you for sharing the video. I appreciate it. Yes, it is a full crafty party happening here. Join the fun. You know when Delinda's in the house that we're going to have a whole lot of fun. Okay, so we are actually going to end up keeping this one really simple because we've got such a big image here. And wow for birthday. See, the only problem I have with the wow is it doesn't have like the speech bubble coming out of it. But we used the hello last week, so we could use the wow. We could. And that would look, once again, great black on vanilla. No, I want to score lengthways. So scoring lengthways, and we are cutting the width. So half one way, half the other. We get our side folding portrait card. I'll put this other card front in there for future Ellen. Okay, so we're not going to use any texture on this. I really don't know why. I just put away that trimmer when I obviously have to cut our vellum. Don't mind me. We're all good here, nothing to see. So I'm going to go 1/4 inch or 1/2 centimetre smaller than the card front. So we get some of that pumpkin pie at full strength because it will be knocked back quite a bit I think that's a very interesting part, and because a lot of it is going to be covered up, I'm going to take the more sparse piece for our card and leave this more concentrated piece for another card. Matte vellum is cool. It is so cool. I really, as opposed to a speech bubble, could use black marker and put 3 dots coming away. Oh yes, I could, but it's a shame he's already on black. But yes, absolutely, that would really, really work. So let me layer these up. Let me layer these up. Ah, so simple, so cool. We love. Okay, and I think the wow will be a nice sizing as well. So we want to use our seal, and we are going to pop him on the vellum. So very simple card this will be. I didn't pull it off properly. I must remember my tip and pull. That is perfect for this. Now there is a right way, so that is more black than that, and I want the more black. Now it says Washington this way, so I know that is right way up. I think that'll do. That will do. Yeah, is that crooked? No, I think he's not too bad. He may be a little bit crooked, but it's all good. So we want to use the wow. Or we could use the exclamation mark. Could just use that. So exclamation mark or the wow. So I'm going to grab my Stays On In because we're not doing any colouring with this at all. It does look good, doesn't it? It's just so simple. The great thing. Yeah, I could. I don't have any. Oh, I've got some in here. Do we have? No, we don't. Wow will show up better. Okay, it is going to be die cut out, so don't worry. And it's going to be on the vanilla because I think we have enough of that there. Okay, grab a block. Grab my very vanilla scrap, basic white scrap, vellum scrap. I don't use my very vanilla very much. I don't know why. I did just do this month's SU Colour Challenge, would you believe? I kind of have a circle that's big enough, but do I want to keep it as a circle? No, let's use it. It's in the scraps for a reason. Let's just use it. This month's SU Colour Challenge actually has some black in it, which is great. Has some vanilla in it rather, which is great because I often don't use vanilla. Now this is a brand new stamp, so just give it a rub so we get a really nice solid image, which is exactly what we want. Ah, perfect. Okay. Don't move, don't wobble, just hold. Perfect. Very, very happy with that. I know we're going to use that ink again, no doubt. So I want to grab this die. Donna, the vellum is from the annual catalogue, and it is the layering vellum paper. So it's on the page with all the foil paper, so the gold paper, all of that is on that page. So we're just going to cut with our mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Just because it's the perfect size. So hopefully you can go through and find it. Do you know what? I'm now taking those wows as a wow, I love the card. Not just that we're talking about the sentiment. Is that me being a little presumptuous? Okay, I think we're good. Going to go here, jam down, crank through, and see what we get. Of course, no, it's not presumptuous. Thank you. I like that you agree. Now, I didn't cut that totally even, but see, just look at that. It works and sits perfectly. I don't even think we need any speech, like bubbles or anything like that coming out of that either. I think we just whack it on some dimensionals and go. And I'm actually, that did not sound very healthy, but that's fine. So I need more of this, because we are not going to use wet glue with our vellum. I don't want anything buckling, so we're just going to use our Stampin' Seal. Perfect. That never happens. The dimensional. 1 or 2. 2 may be a bit of overkill, but we shall see. I'm thinking we need an embellishment, but I'm not sure what I have, because you know I want to use black. That's fine, but I'm not sure what'll work. Jody, you know I have lots and lots of things. Don't think I have anything purple. Or do I add in metallic, or do we just leave it as is? So there's our wow. Let me do, so I have vanilla in the classic matte dots. I have pale papaya, that is an orange, but it's sparkly. I also have the festive pearls, which have a metallic. Ooh, these ones are meant to be Calypso Coral, but they do certainly have an orange undertone. No. Or I do also have my metallic gems. I definitely have options. I love, one of my favorite things is to flip through these. I don't think this Mango Melody, I think it's a bit too yellow, but I love going through these. Oh, that's okay, that's okay. Matte dots, so just some matte dots. Okay. No one else has much to say. Oh, I do have the rustic metallic, but I think Jody might be onto something with, whoa, they almost went everywhere, with just the matte dots, because it keeps it simple, lets that pumpkin pie that was suggested just pop. Okay, I'm going to need my take your pick tool and a drink of water. Hello Nina, how are you? don't I don't have the embellishments for this suite, so that's why we're kind of going for something else. Now I do have this original sheet, and these are all vanilla. Whoop. Would you believe, Jody, that was Linda calling me? Doesn't she know I'm live? She should be following and waiting for me to go live. No. And then, so 2 there, and maybe just 1 down here. I don't know if that actually works. Okay, done it again. Let me refresh. Wink of Stella on a masculine card? Okay, Donna, no problems. Now we've got 2 Donnas. It's not a video until we have 2 Donnas. I love it. On Donna D, when you just put Donna D, I always know it's 2 different Donnas. Okay, so we're liking the dots, because that is 1 card done. Done, 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 done. Now, what I'm thinking of next is die cutting these 5 in black and then layering them on a card front. So I'm thinking black on white, and then we can add colour elsewhere. So tell me what you think of that, because I still have my black down, or did I put it back? No, my black is right next to me. So I'll just leave this card here for the moment. This wow is attached to the outside. So I want 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And we will create a cluster with them. So that's what was on one of the cards. So you'll have to watch Tuesday's video, because I'm not sure I actually have the time or the inclination to have a look. Do you know what I should be doing? I should be using this and putting these in here, so then we don't lose any. This is exactly why I bought my magnetic tray. So they are just there off to the side. You will be able to see them. You use Wink of Stella and masculine. I really don't think that needs Wink of Stella. I think it looks awesome as it is, but you girls could definitely add Wink of Stella. I would not come at you for using Wink of Stella. So we used, while I'm getting all this ready, we used the vellum layering designs. We used the Born to Ride? Born to Ride 12 by 12 paper, and they did have a cut apart in there, which that piece came out of. And I just used the stamp set with the matching dies. Wonder if I can get all 5 out of that, or whether I need. It's so hard sometimes to see these black pieces. Okay, and 1 there as the rest of them all come out. Nice deep breaths. Cheryl isn't here to help me count to 10, but that's... She just rang me again. It is a great card, Nina. I was really happy with it. It wasn't where I was originally going. If you want to see where I was originally going, you can go back to the start after I'm not live and see where I was kind of going with that. But we will get there. I don't think I'm actually going to be able to cut all 5. Okay, It's so funny that Linda is trying to call me, because I was going to call her earlier, but I got distracted by other things. I was setting up some events for my team. Okay. Crank the, well, that will not bode well. Just so you can see one die just moved. And my fingers just aren't quite long enough. Right. There we go. Perfect. That kamikazed out the end, didn't it? They just went everywhere. Okay, so we have these middles, but what I love is that we have, and I knew this end bit wouldn't cut. So where, I don't think, yes, I do have my scissors somewhere. I'm just going to have to cut this piece out. This is the one I moved, not so delicately. Oh. Right, 1, 2, where's my other frame? I have 2 frames. I have 3 middles, but the other frame, no, must be caught in the die. Yes, it is. You can see it's caught right here. So there are 2 ways we can get this frame to release, and one is, pop these in here. One is to use the ejection dots. The other one is, let's see. No, it's not going to do it. I normally just throw it on my desk and it comes out. But of course today it is not. And then lift that up and I just run my pokey tool under it. So we've got 3. So I've got that one. Now we need to get these 2, and I will see what scrap paper I have. This is a great piece. I don't know where this piece materialized from, but hey, it's going to work perfectly for what we need. Now, these ones I can definitely, like, white heat emboss a sentiment on. They are perfect to keep. Okay, let me get my plates right. And thank you all for your suggestion on using this grey plate instead of my white. Stampin' Up did also come out recently with this suggestion, and for me it's worked an absolute treat. I'm not having any issues at all, but you can certainly do an plate stack as well. I am just going to take this one out because that other die did just move. And of course that didn't die cut all the way out. So we shall pop this back in. Yep, that is in. Pop this here. Okay, done. You do you, boo. Oh, you got to add the boo on the end, Shaz. You do you, boo. I like that one. Yes, Tim is a very, very wise man. Okay, there's that. And I love that we have 5 frames here. Always great for our odd numbers. And we've got 5 of these speech bubbles as well. But you can use the speech bubbles by themselves, and that would work perfectly fine as well. Now, my question is, I'm very, very tempted to run this piece of paper through embossing and then add the frames on top of the embossing. I think that would look really cool to have some texture in the background, and then add them. So where did I put my 3 embossing folders? I put them over here. I really want to use the new ones. So I don't know if I'm going masculine or feminine. We could definitely go masculine or feminine with this. Kind of like that this can go either way. And then we have like our starfish. It's like a star pattern, or our polka dot. The new bubbles or hashtag looking one. Okay, so bubbles or hashtag. I love that you guys call it hashtag. I'm thinking the bubbles will be harder to stick it to, but the hashtag one won't be so hard to stick it to. So I think just for what I'm doing to this card, the hashtag one wins. But thank you for your suggestions, Corinne. Always appreciated. And because it's all hashtagged up, I do not need to put this in any particular way. Okay, so I don't need any of these plates. I am actually going to read the instructions. Anyone that was watching someone in particular on YouTube earlier, 3D embossing folder, I need plate 1 and plate 4. Everyone will know who watched earlier why I am reading the instructions. So plate 4 is the dark grey. We always go with our embossing folder spine first, so we don't put pressure on the 2 sides of the embossing folder, and that can eventually cause it to split, and that makes the embossing folder a lot harder to use. Okay, just pop the plates over there, close and close. Sorry, Bev. Look like heavy rain. Yes, it absolutely could look like heavy rain. So this is what we've got. Could also be like tiny city streets. Don't know. But that is the texture, so that's going to be much easier to glue upon because I did not make these stickers. So we are going to be relying on little dots of wet glue. I do just need to trim this corner. Done. Okay, I am going to grab my silicone mat because I can imagine I'm going to be getting glue everywhere, and I'm not planning this out. I'm literally sticking. Oh, is that a booger? It appears to be. Ah, that was a much bigger booger than what I expected. I'm glad I took the time just to pull that out. There we go. Just some tinsy little dots, nothing crazy. Okay, I have a very, very dry throat today, so please excuse me. So just stick this one down to start with, and I'm going to pop a block on it just to get that to adhere. Then I'm going to take my two biggest ones first, and then I can arrange everything behind there. And I'm thinking keeping this like really super duper simple and just adding a sentiment, keeping it quite graphic and just adding in a sentiment. So I do want these to go overlap, and so I'm kind of going to go biggest to smallest here and just add in a sentiment, and that's the card done. I shall move this, and we could choose a sentiment out of here, and of course I can make any of these sentiments work even though they're in a speech bubble. So we can use our Stampin' Write markers to make them work. Now, oops. So we've got texture in the background. We have some texture here in our speech bubbles. Even though they're not even speech bubbles, I do want them to be fairly straightish. Oh, yay, you're back now, it's okay. I have the dreaded circle in the middle of my screen. Yes, refresh. Well, is there a right way and a wrong way with this one? Yes. I was going to put glue on the good side. Okay. I'm very jealous of you at the moment, Bev. Your very cute puppy, Miss Marley, where I learnt the other night, doesn't shed, which means you don't have my problem of Marley leaving half of her body on your floor. Okay, that looks good. Does it look good? Or do I want to put it like down there? I think I like it just down there. And then this one, I do want to play with its placement here. Kind of thinking just like so, which meant I could have put this one further down, but that's okay. So that is definitely the back, and then I'll show you close up of all of the texture, which is why I want to keep this fairly simple, and I'm really keen on keeping it black and white. Or do I add a pop of colour? It's hard. Okay, that block is working. I have put my silica mat here for a reason. Oh, hello, Miss Glenna. How are you? Did you just get home from work, or were you out and about? Oh, she is very mischievous, isn't she? Okay, I'm loving this. Love, love, love. Now, I kind of like this just a note, just nestled in here. And I would think I would use the Stamparatus. I think I'm really liking that. Obviously in black. And I do have the Stamparatus out. I had a funny feeling I wanted to use it. And now that I actually want to stamp on some texture, thank you, Delinda. Oh, out with the family. Beautiful. Now, because I want to add a pop of colour, I think I'm adding a pop of colour with the card front. So tell me what card front, or what colour card front you think I should use. Would you believe I cannot see where my adhesive eraser is at the moment? Got my stays on ink here. So first colour written wins. And that's the colour I'm choosing. Oh, how good does that look? And just a note, is like a thinking of you kind of sentiment. It works for everything. I'm going to do one more for good luck. Even though 2 looks fantastic, I am going to do one more. Starry Sky, Bev. Okay. Let's see. Oh, you know I love Freesia. But Bev won with Starry Sky because she gave me an actual colour. And I have Starry Sky right above me. And would you believe I even have a card front? So Bev, that was meant to be. Absolutely meant to be. And by the looks of it, I've already used it for something else and I didn't. But I think that will pop beautifully. So we've got heaps of dimension on this card. It's not actually a thick card because it's more texture than dimension. So I'll show you up front. And we do have texture in 1, 2, 3, 4 of the fronts. And then I could use some Starry Sky embellishments just to bring the Starry Sky in. I'm liking that. Blue and black always works so well together. Okay, I am going to put glue directly on the back because I know exactly how large my card front is. So just basic white paper that we've embossed with the 3D embossing folder. We cut the 5, whoops, not sure what I'm doing there. We cut the 5 speech bubble frames to create the cluster in the middle, and that is directly taken from one of the, I'll get the name, Enjoy the Adventure Memories and More cards. Now, these ones are going to stick up the top. Ta-da! So, Starry Sky Orchid Oasis, because that's the way they go in the colours. Yeah, the textures, it's subtle, but it looks really good. I'm really happy with it. I think I'm going to, now these come in shades of, so they go from like dark to light, all in the same colours. Now this one went upside down. So these are the 2022 to 2024 in colour matte decorative dots. I'm just thinking, I know this is like exponentially bigger than the other ones, but I'm thinking just that little cluster down there looks really good. And that is our finished card too. I am right on an hour. Shall I do a third card? So we've already made these two. Do I make a third card? Oh, thank you for the thumbs up, Nina. I appreciate it. Because 21 of you here, that's awesome. So happy that you all come and visit. So I'm just moving a couple of things. We can use some of our critters. So our critter choices are Rain and Shine or Happy Forest Friends. I am just going to move those to the side. Over there. I don't have anything gluey or inky on the table. So I have my Forest Friends here. Have already used some. I think I did do a video. Oh, that piece is nice and neutral. With that, I have used quite a bit of this actually. I'm surprised. All geometric. I'm loving these B-sides on this. This one's nice as well. But I could just do like a section and have a speech bubble coming out of here because he's like already saying hi, which is a bit cool. Yes, make 3. Okay. I'm glad you love both, Jodie. Thank you. Oh, I'm glad you're loving Grandma Life. Go for it. Right. Okay. We are going to go with Forest Friends because I'm feeling it. Although, however much I do love Rain and Shine, I am doing a class with that in the very near future. So that'll be later this month. Okay, I'm so sorry, Mr. Bear. I had to cut you in half. I always feel sad for cutting animals like in half. So let me bring this down here. I kind of want the owl, but I don't want this other. So I've got a peak of the fox, the bear, the owl, 1, 2, 3, 4 birds. I think that's a lot of critters in one piece. Okay, so do I want just playing with colour now? That looks nice. Also got, no, that's a bit tone on tone. Don't think it's quite going to work. Got my grey, which I think is very graphic. We've gone quite graphic today so far. Or I do have, ooh, that pops on there. And then I could have a little grey border and a grey speech bubble. And a grey card base to bring in the greys that are in that paper. Okay, I'm going for it. I don't know what grey's in this paper. I will have a check and look and see in a second. But I love, these are coming together so quickly. I thought I would have trouble. I love the speech, the conversation bubbles, but I thought I would have a lot more troubles with them than what I actually have had. So I'm liking that. Now look, I could make this piece smaller, but I actually quite like all of that. And he's going this way. So I could use a O. I could use that and put anything in there. Or I could just do a great big thank you. Or a love ya. Or a sweet. he's kind of going the wrong way for this one, because the exclamation mark could be an anything. Although that would then cover up the owl, which is not what I wanted to do. I did want it kind of on this side, which means that one's out, that one's out. That one is not out. Let's see how big the thank you is. Is it too big? I think the thank you is like totally out of proportion. This is why we try things. Oh, I'm so sorry, Lisa. Okay. Okay, yeah, no one's been ringing me this time. The dottage DSP. I'm so sorry I didn't use the dottage DSP. Well, this is still marks. It is still mark making. The O, and then the hello on the inside. Oh, hello. We could have both of them talking. I could have the hello coming from the bear and the O coming from the owl. What do you think of that one? Ah, right. We're on exactly the same tangent, Margaret. I love that. But I'm definitely thinking on the grey. Now, what colour? Because I have the sheet right here before I lose anything else. It's basic grey. That's what I was going to use. So we can definitely use basic grey on basic grey. Let me grab my basic grey. Do you think I can find it? That will be a big fat no. I found it. So I do, is this the card front? Yes, it is. So, you like that idea? Cool idea. Okay. Well, if I've got the two animals on there, I might as well have them both saying something. And we are going to do some committing. I'm going to put that, and what is it? It is Calypso Coral. I'm going to put this Calypso Coral straight down. I'm going to get these on blocks, the O and the hello, and I'm going to get this cord back out of the way. So they are on blocks. Right. We are moving here. And in that classic matte dots, we have basic grey embellishments. So I can definitely be using that. I'm sorry there's no dottage. There's no kind of room for dottage today, Glenna. I feel like I'm neglecting you. Up and down. I kind of like it going up rather than, oh no, I do like that it's darker up the top or darker down the bottom. Darker down the bottom. Kind of like that. It's like variegated paper. Okay, flick over and see what scrap I have here. And I can definitely get both of my sentiments on this one. Now, I could white heat emboss, but I don't think I will. Oh my God, that is totally made for that piece. Oh, thank you, Donna. I appreciate that. Look, they're the matching ones on the back. Love it when you have two colour options for the same design. That's something Stampin' Up does well, is their B-sides. Quite often I much prefer the B sides to the A sides. Just my kind of preference. But yes, that is often the case. Let me bring that down a little bit. Grab my trimmer from under all this paper. Haven't had an avalanche yet. We're doing well. So this will just allow this paper to pop. So I just tend to eyeball those pieces, and do you know what? The O and the hello will fit perfectly on that offcut, and then we shall pop them off, or cut them out and pop them on. But I definitely think I am just going grey on grey, because this background paper is giving us quite a lot to look at. The sentiments are going to be there, but they're not going to be like in your face. So just rub my hand on both of these, just so we get some nice transfer of ink. I do this, or I try to remember, every time I stamp, because it really truly does make a difference. Got my scrap piece here. Ooh, is that coming out like super light? Does this need a ring? There are two sides to a piece of paper. Nope, that came out really, really well. And then the ooh. I will definitely be re-inking this, but they came out really well. So you can see the tone on tone, it's perfectly readable, but it's just not high, I'm in your face. Okay, shut this up, or close it up. Oh, I'm sorry, Bridget. I'm always here to enable. They are super duper cute, and I didn't show you today, but you can certainly use a Stampin' Right marker around any of these speech bubbles so you don't get the word on the inside, and then put whatever word you would like on the inside. Oh, hang on. Grab my kneaded dies out first. So I think I need this one. Whoops. There are some really cute hearts in there as well. Love a good heart die, especially when you get two. This one, and is it this one? Why, yes it is. And while I'm here, I will take these out of my dish and put them back where they belong. I love my dish, but it makes me even happier when they are back on the magnetic sheet where they belong. Okay, mini machine back over now. And I doubt I'm going to cut these perfectly, but as I said earlier, by having them just offset a little bit does give them that cartoon look. And these, the animals in the Happy Forest, I will get the name, I think it's Happy Forest or Forest Friends. You definitely get that storybook look that isn't perfect. So don't know if my gardeners have finished. I did see someone out of the corner. Yes, they are still here. It's just out the back now. Well, it's a partnership, so Lucy and James are here. They actually watch my replays, so they hang out and they like watching my replays, which is really cool. And I love that they do my garden, because that is something I am actually totally unable to do anymore. Get down in the garden. I'd never get back up. So I'm very grateful to have them in my life to be able to do that. Oh, I did pretty well, and I scored an extra frame out of this, which I'll just pop in there, and I do have quite a few frames that I think I can definitely make a card out of and do like a similar background to what I've done today, but in a slightly different way. Okay, plates back where they belong, because we've already had the My Lost Plate saga, and we do not want that to happen again. Okay, bring this back. Kind of like this in the middle. Now, do we need some ribbon? This is my question. Do we need ribbon? And I'd use like the white seam binding crinkle ribbon, I think. If we don't, dimensionals or straight down, and then I'll put these speech bubbles on dimensionals. I don't know. I'm unsure about the ribbon at this stage, because I'm one that likes to tie ribbon all around the card, and then we lose some of the Calypso coral. I could also colour the ribbon. There is lots I could do. So 2, 4, 2, 4, just, I don't mind showing a little bit more at the bottom than the top. Makes it look a bit more like a Polaroid ribbon, why not? Okay, awesome idea, right. I think we are on a brand new roll, because I like this ribbon. I think this is like my 4th or 5th roll of this ribbon. I can never find the start of it. So what I tend to do is try and get my scissors. Try and get my scissors between the ribbon and the plastic. And today that is not happening. Go from the other side. Let's see if I have better luck here. There we go. If you fail on one side, go on the other. Plastic in the rubbish, because that's the type of plastic that I would totally slip on. Actually, I kind of like it, like as if the bear is standing on the ribbon. And I'm thinking a bow, which is going to require my reverse tweezers to hold the knot. Okay, how are we going? Oh, haven't even been going for an hour and a half. I mean, we probably will at the end, but for the moment, we haven't been. Yes, exactly. Okay, so now with this bow, I'm thinking I may not need the embellishments of the dots, because this, I just lost my original bow. Oh, my original loop, should I say. So my loop. What I like to do is make sure all of my ribbon is flat and not twisted. So that's the main thing I'm looking for when tying a bow, is keeping everything as flat as possible and not twisted. Come on, stay there, please. Push this through. Try to use my thumb. Just come can see it, I can grab it, I can pull it. Awesome. I can remove my tweezers now, and I basically pinch the knot. I know that just came undone, but I do try and pinch the knot so it doesn't come undone. So I keep on pulling, and so I'll make it a little bit bigger, pull it closed or pull it smaller until I am happy, which I'm actually really happy with that now. So it's just a matter of zhuzhing, and take my ribbon scissors, do a little cut there and a little cut here. Now, I have had someone knock at the door, but I can't grab it. So, oh damn, I literally just pulled that bow. There we go. That is just going to stay a little ragged. Just give me a sec. Just give me a sec, girls and guys. Just amuse yourselves. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, the post lady is totally forgiven because she has given me a card from Miss Candy Forry. Miss Candy Forry, are you still here? Because I just got a card off you. Now, will this cut or will it be painful? Aha, it cut, and that is my only wastage, which I love. That's why I tie off the roll, because I get a lot less wastage. I know Jodie's saying that she would love to colour the ribbon. I actually really like that it's white because it's there. Just trying to get it under the bear's feet, and I'm going to secure it with a glue dot. I like that it's just there. It's not competing with anything, but if you wanted to, you could certainly colour the ribbon. That is not a problem at all. Just going to get this glue dot on the back, pop that there, and our bear is standing on something, which is great. Some dimensionals, if I can find the sheet. Hello Carol, how are you? I'm glad you're liking this. So one here and one here. I do have quite a lot of cards at the moment that I need to share with you girls, so I will probably come in and do an extra live video very shortly and go through my swap cards and cards that I have received in the mail. Yeah, I really don't think we need anything extra, because technically these words are embellishments. Technically they're up on dimensionals, they're there to C. And even though you're not reading from left to right, you are reading O, and then hello is on the second line. So I think I'm going to leave that card right there. I have so much stuff all over my desk. What is new? Okay, we made 3 cards with a small interruption. Thank you very much for your patience. So 3 cards in less than, I'd say, an hour and 10 minutes. Please excuse my froggy throat. In about an hour and 10 minutes, we made 3 cards. So our first card using the Born to Ride paper and the vellum layering design paper. Our second card is using the new embossing folders. These are available online at my store. They are called Basics 3D embossing folders. So we used what you guys are affectionately calling awesome candy. Do you want me to open it now, or do you want me to wait? Because I can open it. And we used the dies. I'm just having a look. I need to make a running repair. Just going to pop. Almost. There we go. That should hold that down perfectly. Maybe, maybe not. Nope. That is not holding that down just how I would like it. That will. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. Okay, we use the in color decorative matte dots, Starry Sky Black White. Very nice, very happy with that. And our last card we used, and I am going to get that name, it is the Happy Forest Friends Designer Series paper. All of them have used the Conversation bubble stamps and dies. So that was my mission this time, to use the stamps and the dies. And I will bring in the embellishments that we've used. We just used ribbon on this last card, if I can get this out. So the classic matte dots, we absolutely could have used them on the last card because there is basic grey ones in there. And these are the in colour ones that have all 5 in colours in them. And we used the crinkle, I want to say crinkle seam binding ribbon in the white. And let me show you the dies that we have. So Conversation bubble dies, and I love that you can create with this one a whole card front that is a speech bubble, so you would have a nice big sentiment there. I'm sorry, Bev, no fun today. So we used those as well. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for the thumbs up. I do appreciate it. Make sure you're subscribed as well. All of these products, if you are in Australia, are available on my online store. If you need any help, please don't hesitate to contact me, and I will see you next Tuesday on my Facebook Live. Have a beautiful weekend, and I will see you soon. Bye.